Yeah, I ain't played that.
Man, Lonnie, Steve Francis, Kurt, Big Dave Butler, Big Mike, they had them all. Kurt Lee, Lil Nas, man, it was all the fence, climbing all the fence, hanging on the wall. Oh man, that was one of the best games. That was a Steve Francis coming out joint.
I think, and you always say that.
Oh man,
that's the game. He.
Because see, even people, the whole DC team, the whole DC bus wasn't really all the way hip to Steve.
Yeah.
I got hip to them up the south.
Yeah. When we played up there.
He up the south banging that, he flying in the air banging that joint, right? So they ain't started.
Yeah.
He on that joint pacing like a horse on the side out there. Like he been hitting that joint. It was like, man, get him out. I was coaching. I don't know who was coaching. Went to the game, the DC game. I would say, Mike, when they had they played the USBL.
Yeah.
I'm saying Kurt. I go there to see Kurt play in New Jersey somewhere.
Yeah.
Mike all over the motherfucker, all the billboards, all of the book. I'm like, so I'm over there. I say, man, hey Kurt, bust his ass, man, bust his ass. I'm like that, right? Yeah. Kurt is like, Kurt, you give me that joint, like, yeah, like the nigga ass up. Kurt gonna light the fire to a nigga ass. He gonna light nigga fire, right? Yeah. That's the first dude before the game. He say, nah, I'm gonna do what I do. He say, nah, bone, hit bad my fuck bone. Hit bad my fuck bone. He bad my fuck. And my man keep good. He always like, man, bad motherfucker, right? Bad motherfucker. But I just, man, and I started watching him, and I said, shit.
Mike's a headache.
I started saying, man, Mike, bring him down the farms.
Yeah, Mike's a headache.
Yeah, Mike is strong as a bull, strong as a bull, man. But look, man.
What it do, good people? Coming to you live from Taz TV 410. I'm your host, Taz Dean. I ain't gonna hold you long, good people. No, I'm not gonna hold you long, because right now, this was the only place I could go and get some peace and quiet. However, though, listen here, let's talk. I like to say, shout out to the Kurt Bone TV. It's on YouTube. This is the clip that you're watching. And I also like to say, shout out to Ty over there on IG, still putting down all that history, all that historic history. However, let's get to it. The game that's right now the conversation that you watching with Kurt Bone about the game down the Dome against Washington, against the Washington DC, against Baltimore, Maryland, I was there. I was there. And when I say he ain't exaggerating, the electricity in that gym was crazy down the Dome. You heard me? Crazy. You had kids on the fences, just like he said. I didn't know the DC even drove a bus down there at the time. I didn't. However, I was in the building. He ain't lying. First time I thought that the DC crowd that already seen Steve Francis. Come find out that was his welcoming to the world, to everybody. This is Steve Francis coming out party. Check. So now listen here, good people. DC I said Steve Francis. You had Lonnie Rell. Listen here. Lonnie Rell, big guard. You'll come down the court. The first time I seen him, smooth with it. Like he's skipping with the rock. Skipping, right? You got Greg Jones, West Virginia, stand up, right? Score, smooth, don't rush nothing, you know what I mean? Got a jump shot. Then you had the trouble man himself. Yes, Kurt Smith, right? The trouble man himself. When I tell you, he was short, but he was a bucket. And he gonna get his buckets in the paint. Yes, and he gonna get his buckets in the paint. Y'all, go check out on my YouTube page. I got something about the trouble man. However, keep on going. Now listen, that day, that whole week, everybody was waiting for this game. Everybody was waiting for this game, right? Now, mind you, people that's outside the DMV, DC and Baltimore on that basketball, this is a rival game. We love them just like we know they love us, but this is a rival game. You know what I'm saying? We play them in the winter, we play them in the summer, we play them all year round, right? Check. And it's just like we playing against each other. Salute to them guys already. Salute. However, sidebar real quick. Now in that game, we had Chauncey Rogers, Kirk Lee, Mike Lloyd. I don't know if did Dauncey play. Did Dauncey play? Kevin Simpson didn't play. You had Kevin Norris, Kevin Stink Norris. Shout out to the Stink. Shout out to Kevin Norris, University of Maryland, stand up, assistant coach. You know, we had him. However, he came late. Right? So he came late. So Nut is already down there. Now, Nut and Stink is a package deal. Always been a package deal. Lake Clifton backcourt, you know what I'm saying? Now, Nut is at this time, was this the year he was going into his senior year? Or he probably was done his senior year. Anyway, he was an A-10 Atlanta Player of the Year. Check. A-10 Atlanta Player of the Year at 5'4", led the conference in rebounding. Yeah, so you heard me right. At 5'4", led the conference in rebounding. And I want to say in scoring, or he was the top 3 in scoring. However that may go. He's supposed to start it in the game. However, Stink comes late, but Stink comes. Boom. So now the crowd, we get all crazy. We get riled up because we know Stink is our guy that's going to dribble the ball. He gonna put on the show. However, when Stink got there, he seen what they were trying to do far as with Nut, right? He wasn't having none of it. He wasn't going to play unless Shorty played. So, boom. Them two walked out. I mean, them two out there on the court together. They out there on the court together. And listen, it's a good game. Kirk Lee kept us in the game. Kirk Lee, at this time, I want to say he was at the end of his, probably his overseas run. However, he was a scorer. Wasn't that fast, can't jump, none of that. So cerebral with the ball. I mean, he was, y'all had to see Kirk Lee game, man. Y'all had to see it, man. Y'all had to see it. Like I said, it was a great game. Steve Francis he coming there. He had some highlights. The joint when he was doing that thing off the backboard and go and get that. Yeah. He was doing all that. Man. First time we like that. Anton Johnson played also. This is another side note. That winner, Anton and Steve Francis went back and forth with each other because Steve Francis at Allegheny, Anton at Walbrook, right? Anton Walbrook. Anton is at BCC at this time. Excuse me. Anton is at BCC at this time. Check. Anton averaged 41 points. Led the nation in scoring. Good catch. Led the nation in scoring. You hear me? Let the whole nation in scoring. So it's some of that going on. Like, oh, Anton had one of them type games this game. No, this was two different players, people. They was 2 different players, and this wasn't the game for Anton to get off. This wasn't that. No, not against them unless he'd have shot that thing, and there was too much talent on either side for that even to happen. You know what I'm saying? But again, shout out to those guys over there at DC. I like to say I was there. It was monumental. Just like Kurt Bones said, like that's one of the best games ever. And I agree with him also. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody get hurt. It was all love. And that's all I got to say. Salute. Holla at your boy. Coming live for TED TV. Holla.